Hey, what's going on, everybody? So we started fishing at our first spot and we found some fish, just they were not the ones that we wanted to see. And here you go, check
We
it
got
out.
this
You can
one.
see the little jimmies that we found.
It's a big school of these little Jim Bobs, but I will catch all of you given the opportunity. Thanks, Jim Bob number one. Hello, Jim Bob. See ya. Fourth micro Jimmy. Look how small that thing is for this jig. Boop. Micro bass on the jig. These little Jim Bobs are just annoying, dude.
Good. Give it. No way.
Little bass. See you, Jimmy. Crappie, I think.
Oh, good size one. Get out.
Yeah. Ooh, crappie.
And yeah, so obviously we wanted to find a little better quality, so we switched locations. Enjoy the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get watching. All right.
Little 2-pounder. Not a bad way to start the morning. Chonky. There he goes. A little swim jig. Yep, this little swim jig with the rhythm wave. Some bluegill patterns on him. Yeah, just another foggy water morning. Wish we had got here a little earlier. That's fine. It's a little bigger than the ones we were getting at Stevens, which is nice. I mean, I'll take any fish, but the ones at Stevens, those are like micro bass, dude. You know what I'm saying? What I'm talking about. I guess this is as far out as we're going right now. Okay, the sun is starting to crest the hill. You can see on the tops of the trees up there the sun, so it's going to start getting progressively lower and eventually it'll hit us. There's the sun. Hello, sun. Good morning. Okay, one last cast right here with this lure. It's an intense sun, isn't it? It's gonna be a warm day today. I can tell that right now. Okay, one for the swim jig today. And that's the rhythm wave trailer that we found in the garage. Of course, we have to use the restroom already. It's always in the morning when you go fishing. After you start fishing, it's like, oh. So we're going to fish a little back towards the car, drive to the restroom, and then come back. All right, y'all, we are back. Went to the little hiking trail nearby and had to use the facilities, but we're going to try this spot because it's the last spot over here with shade, and then we will move on. Something tried to eat it and failed. Yeah, just pulled on the tail. Let's try that again. It's probably small. Didn't feel like that strong of a strike. So far, that's 2 hits for this swim jig, which makes sense. It's all of this shallow grass. Could follow it up with the Senko if we had other rods with us over here. Got him. There we go. Stay out of that tree. Just come here. There we go. Said to fight you through a bunch of sticks. You're probably the guy who hit my swim jig and missed. What the hell? And now my line is wrapped up. There we go. Yep. Another about 2-pounder. Hit the Wacky Rig Senko. Almost wrapped me in all this wood. He's a smart guy. It's not his first rodeo. Ugh. Yes, sir. Senko, long and skinny, butthead. Tried to make sure that I didn't land him. Let's get him back. There he goes. Off to tangle someone else another day. That was pretty cool, right? Just wrapped me in a bunch of sticks. If I had had my higher waders, I would have just walked out and picked them up, but only got the almost knee-high boots on today. What's going on, everybody? So we're back out here today in the afternoon. Gonna do some fishing, see what happens. Alright, Jill, we just saw something do something on top water. And guess what? Today we brought the frog just to see if I could get a reaction to it. I don't think the topwater bite, if there is one, is happening at this hour. So we'll try something different. Okay, let's try something a little smaller. Let's retry this Flash J. I feel like this little guy has to get some kind of attention. Yes, sir, Bob. That's a nicer one on the Flash J arrow, dude. The little Finesse guy got the big fish. Let's get you back and weigh you. I'll leave the rod here for a second. I'll come back and deal with that. Hell yeah. I was like, that's fighting harder than a like half-pounder that we were seeing blow up. You know why? Because it was bigger than one. This is right here. Classic creek activities. All right, y'all, look at this guy. Look at his stomach. Definitely, I'm gonna guess upper threes, if not four. Oh yeah, 4.67. 0.67. Hell yeah. Love to see it. Let's get him back. Chunky mama. Our 8-pound test stood up pretty good to you. 4.67. First cast with the fish arrow. First cast with the fish arrow. Just absolutely inhaled it. Let's get you back. Back she goes. Nice. And that's why sometimes you go finesse. You know, we were throwing that frog. Didn't really get too much of me throwing the frog though, because I forgot to turn on the camera. We put on the little 3-inch minnow fluke from Japan and get a almost 5-pounder. Hell yeah. So you know how all those major league guys are fishing their live scope hover strolls? Well, we're doing the same thing, just without the live scope, baby. Just a little 1/16 ounce jig head, little shiny, super realistic little fluke, getting the work done. I might need to use another one. Basically, so this is the brand Fish Arrow Flash J Split 3-inch split tail. It's from Japan, green pumpkin silver, and they're basically $12 for a pack of 8. So each one of those tiny little plastics is more than $1. But that fish right there was definitely, in my opinion, worth more than $1. Might need to put a new one on just because this one's kind of thrashed. You know, can't really blame it. Just caught a 4.6. I mean, that still looks tasty. If I was a fish, I'd still eat that. I saw that fish swimming straight towards the wood and I was like, don't you do it. Don't you do it, not today. Look how realistic this thing looks. It's like see-through. It's got a little bit of shininess in the middle and a little bit of hollow body too. Forgot how much I loved this lure last year. And I just couldn't find it anywhere because Tackle Warehouse was always sold out of the correct size and correct color. And then I stopped by Coyote Bait and Tackle the other day and they had them. I was like, hallelujah, my prayers have been answered. And I was gonna buy 3 packs of them, but then that was like 36 bucks. And I was like, oh, I can't afford that. If I could afford that right now, I would have spent all that money, all of it. Yeah, we fought that thing for a second, couldn't horse it in. Used an 8-pound test and we got wood and grass in front of us, so had to really make sure that we were maximizing our chances of not losing it. See, this is what I was expecting the first time. Little Jim Bob like him. Little Jim Bob Jones. But we got his grandmother the first cast with it, so yep, Jim Bob Jones. Let's throw the wake bait just because we can. It's a good enough reason for me. Why are you doing it? Because I can. Alrighty. Let's see what happens. Try it again in the darker hours. I think it's a little too light right now. Say we go back to the Finesse, because the Finesse is what was working, right? If it's working, don't fix it. Strong believer in that. If it's not broke, don't fix it. If it's working, don't change it. It's a pretty good mantra to live by, in my humble opinion. Number 3. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Little 1.5 pounder. Hello, bass ice cream cone. Goodbye. If it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Obviously it ain't broke. Oh yeah. If you're not covered in these little things, then are you really doing what you gotta do to catch the fish? Catch the fish. Number 4. Indubitably, it's a fat little guy, probably about 2 pounds. Whoa. He is angry. Thanks for playing, Jim Bob. Get you back real quick. There he goes. Back on down. Alright, y'all, if you like getting your rod wet, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you next time. Peace.